What's happening everyone, my name is Alex and welcome back. In today's video we're checking out the latest gaming smartphone from RedMagic called the RedMagic 8S Pro. So this is a super powerful device that's powered by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 and you can get this device with either 12 or 16 gigs of RAM, and of course you can get this with either 256 gigs of internal storage or 512 gigs of internal storage. Keep in mind that the device cannot take an SD card, so you're not going to be able to expand that internal storage. So buy the version that works best for you. The one that I have here has 12 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of internal storage. Now, if you do run the Antutu benchmark for this device, and I feel that I say this with every RedMagic release, that score is gonna blow your mind. So this is the highest score that I have seen for any smartphone up until today. So we get a score of just over 1.5 million, which is insanely high. And the same kind of goes for the speed for the internal storage. If you wanna play games, if you wanna do video editing, basically anything that requires a lot of power, this phone can do it all without any problems. Now, of course, all that power means nothing if the phone overheats, and unfortunately this is the case with 95% of the phones available on the market. So you buy one of the most powerful phones out there, you start playing a game for about an hour, and the next thing you know the phone becomes all sluggish, slows down, because the phone got too hot and thermal throttling occurs. Well, RedMagic is trying to solve that problem by adding a fan inside the device. This is not the first time that RedMagic has done this. We've basically had a fan inside all the previous generations of the RedMagic devices that I got to try. So this will keep the phone cool for a longer period of time compared to a phone that doesn't have a fan inside. So take the Samsung Galaxy S23 for example. You can play games for about, I don't know, 45 minutes before the phone gets too hot. Well, with a phone like this you can probably play 3-4 times more because the phone is not gonna get as hot as fast as that Samsung Galaxy S23. And of course this is just an example, but this kind of happens with most phones available on the market. Okay, so for a super quick unboxing, if you haven't seen that unboxing short that I posted earlier, basically in the box you're gonna get a case for the device, so you also get a 65-watt fast charger and a USB-C cable. So inside this device we have a 6000 mAh battery. Well, we have two 3000 mAh batteries, and if you do use that charger that comes in the box, you can basically charge the device from 0 to 100 in just under 40 minutes. So pretty fast charging for a gaming device. There is also a feature that allows you to have the phone plugged in without charging. So if you're playing a game, that's a great feature because this way the batteries aren't gonna get hot while you're playing a game. And again, I don't think I've seen that feature for any other smartphone. So a great addition for a gaming phone. As a gaming phone, of course, we have a 3.5mm audio jack at the top here, so this way you can use some headphones with the device. If you don't want to use headphones, we have dual speakers, so we have one speaker at the top and one speaker at the bottom here, and the speakers also sound really good. So no matter what position you have the phone in, those speakers will basically allow you to hear the sound that's coming out from the phone for whatever game you're playing. On one side of the device we have the intake holes for that fan that I mentioned earlier, and on the other side the holes where the air can come out, so basically the hot air. We also have some touch buttons on one side here, so you can use those buttons basically for any game. You can modify them, customize them to do any action in game. So this works best for certain games like shooting games and stuff like that. We also have a button so you can turn on the gaming mode of the device, and on the other side of the frame we have the volume button. So of course the frame here is made out of metal. Looking on the back of the device here, so we have three cameras on the back of this device. We have the main camera, we have an ultra-wide camera and the macro camera. And next I want to show you some pictures that I took around the building here over the past couple of days, I think, and also a little video. So the maximum recording resolution for this device is 8K. However, my favorite resolution for recording videos is 4K at 30 frames per second. So the sample that I'm gonna show you will be in 4K at 30 frames per second. And at that resolution, of course, we also get video stabilization. So let me play that short video recording and I will be right back. Alright, we have a quick video test to the RedMagic 8S Pro. So the maximum recording resolution for this device is 8K. However, at this time I'm doing 4K at 30 frames per second. That is my favorite resolution. Of course, we also have video stabilization at this resolution, as you can see for yourself, because I am currently walking. Now, it is a bit windy out today, so you're probably gonna hear some wind aside from my voice. So I'm gonna stop somewhere around here. We're gonna pan left slowly. And back right. So this is how a recording done with the main camera on the back of the device would look like if you're recording in 4K at 30 frames per second. So what do you think about the pictures and videos that I was able to take with the RedMagic 8S Pro? Are they better than last year's RedMagic? Or are they better than you're expecting, or you're expecting better? Definitely leave a comment down below and let me know your thoughts. Next, we are moving on to the front of the device, which in my opinion is the best looking part of this phone. I absolutely love this screen on this device, mostly because we have an under display camera. So if you look at the top there, we actually have a camera, but the camera is under the screen. So it doesn't bother you whenever you are watching videos, whenever you are playing games, whenever you are doing anything on the screen. You don't have that hole there like you have it on the iPhone, on Galaxy devices, and so on. So this is a 6.8 inches AMOLED screen that has a refresh rate of 120 Hz, and this is also a very fast display. I believe that the screen is covered by Gorilla Glass 5, if I remember right, and the peak brightness for this screen is 1300 nits, so you're gonna be able to see this screen even in direct sunlight. Overall, it is a beautiful looking screen, and I don't really have anything bad to say about this screen. As for the operating system, the device runs RedMagic OS 8.0, which is based on Android 13, and compared to the last RedMagic device that I've tried, the operating system now seems a bit more mature, more up to date, I'm gonna say. Now, the phone is very fast for no matter what you're gonna do. So even if you're like switching between apps, you have an app running in the background, you go to the other app, then you go to the other app, everything seems to work really, really well. I also got 2 updates for the time that I've had the phone. I believe I've had the phone for about 3 weeks now. The last update was about 4 days ago, and that solved some problems that I had before. So now the phone does operate really well, and I'm assuming that by the time this phone gets released, it will have other software updates going over other things related to the operating system. So overall, the operating system on it is better than it was on previous RedMagic devices. Now, for performance, as you'd expect, you can pretty much do anything you want on this phone. If you want to play games for many hours, the phone can handle that, no problem. Of course, it will get warm, but with that fan, it will stay cooler for a longer period of time. I've tried games like PUBG and Call of Duty. I didn't always win, but most of the time I did win, because the phone, well, the phone definitely helps when you play games like that. The screen is very responsive. You also have those buttons at the top in the gaming mode. So, of course, with a better phone, you're going to be able to play better certain games out there. So there is a higher chance of winning certain games if you do have a phone that performs better than others. So there you have it. This was a super quick look at the latest gaming device from RedMagic, the RedMagic 8S Pro. If you do have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below, and I'll do my best to answer whatever questions you may have. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.